So I like to think that I'm pretty good when it comes to languages. But today I'd like to talk about a situation in which I said a word in another language, but it was not the right word I was trying to say. It was the summer of 2012, and I was 10 years old. I was in Austria, which when I was a kid I thought was just Australia. But anyway, we were in Austria because my brother was playing tennis, and we lived in Italy, so essentially it was like going to New York if you live in Virginia to play a tennis tournament. So we were in Austria, and I was very confused because beforehand I thought that everyone spoke Austrian, and then all of a sudden I'm told that they actually speak German here, which, like, if you're going to have a country and name it Austria, don't you think that the language should be Austrian? I'm at this tennis tournament, and I'm excruciatingly bored, aggressively bored, looking for something to do, and I'm with my friends, who I don't remember, but I'm with these people, and I'm hanging out, and I'm like, you know what I want? I want ice cream, because not only was it very boring, it was also very hot. It was a very hot summer's day in Austria, and I was looking for some sort of ice cream, or some sort of cold treat in which I can forget how hot it is. So I asked my brother, as one does, how do you say, where's the ice cream in German? And he says with a smile, which looking back now makes a lot of sense. He says, oh, it's Ich liebe dich. And I obviously am like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I go up to this older German man and I say, oh, excuse me, Ich liebe dich. And I think that he just doesn't hear me. So I say it again, Ich liebe dich. And this time he just... He walked away. He walked away from a 10-year-old for saying Ich liebe dich. Now at the time, I did not know what Ich liebe dich was. I thought I was just asking for ice cream, and I was very confused. And I was going through all the possible reasons as to why this man may have walked away. I was thinking, oh, did he walk away because I offended him? Like, is he maybe like lactose intolerant? Is he maybe like anti-ice cream or something? And then I realized it's not what Ich liebe dich means. I wasn't asking for ice cream. It means I love you. Because I went back to my friends very confused, and I said, wow, that was weird. That older guy, he seemed very like turned off by what I said. He seemed very like almost offended by what I said. And they said, well, what'd you say? I said, Ich liebe dich. You know, I was asking for ice cream. And they started laughing at me, which I was very confused by. And they said, you idiot, it means I love you. I was like, oh, well, yes, that makes sense. So I go to my brother, and I'm of course very upset, and he's just laughing at me because, you know, it's humiliating to go up to an older man and basically just say, hey, I don't know you, but I love you. Like, it's very humiliating, but, you know, that's what brothers do, I suppose, is just humiliate you in different countries. But what was very curious about that whole situation was that the next day, because this wasn't just a one-day, tennis competition, this was a multi-day tennis competition, which meant boredom. And the second day, this man was not there. So I can only assume that he must have like fled the country because he saw this like younger American boy just come up to him randomly and say, I love you. So he must have been very creeped out by that. The second day, however, I was playing soccer with a bunch of Austrian kids. I don't know why, but I was playing soccer with these Austrian kids. I immediately recognized, yeah, they play soccer a bit differently here. Because when we were playing soccer with them, they weren't playing soccer in the normal way that you play soccer. Because, you know, I've played soccer a few times in my life. You know, I've dabbled in soccer, and I don't remember a rule in soccer, at least in the soccer games that I've played in my life, being that you can pick up the other player and move them. Yeah, it doesn't happen. So when we were playing soccer with, as I might add, these very large and much older Austrian kids who were probably like 18 at the time. They just came up to us like, "Hello, do you want to see the?" And they pointed at the soccer ball. And I think I correctly assumed that they just wanted to play soccer with us. So I was like, oh, okay. And so we started playing soccer, and the older kid just picked me up, moved me, and I wasn't mad. If I was that large, if I could, I would do it. If I had the ability to move someone like that, I would do it. So I wasn't mad. I was just like, oh, okay, it's happening. So that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.